Hello everyone, welcome. Okay, welcome back everyone. How are you guys? Say Naj. Hi. Hello Sadhgaji. Hi Zaki. Hey Neil. Hi. Hello dear Adia. Welcome. Hi Liam. How are you? Hey guys. How y'all doing? Don't forget to double tap on your screens and comment your beautiful names. Where is your beautiful name? Hi Sonia. How are you? Here is yours. Okay, Neil and Chelsea together. That's right. Neil and Chelsea. Here is yours. Hi, Sanjay. Welcome. Hello, Connor. How are you? Here is yours. Hello, dear Leon. Here is your beautiful name. Mikaela. Hi. Welcome. Sanvi Singh. Hi, Sanvi. How are you? Here is yours. Hi, Uves. Welcome. Sarah. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Hello, dear Rangaraj. Welcome. Here is yours. How are you? Hello, dear Fahir. Here is yours. Hi, Alina. Welcome. How are you? Hello, dear Dia. Here is your beautiful name. Feruza. Hi, Feruza. Welcome. How are you? Here is yours. Hi, dear Gungun. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hi, welcome back. How are you? Nureen. Hi, dear Nureen. Welcome. Miss you too, dear. Hi, dear Aravind. Here is yours. Hey, dear Jora. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Laxmini. Oh, wow. What a unique name you have. Here is yours. Hi, dear. So young thing, long time no see. Hey, dear So Yang, how are you? And what was the second name? Ting. Let's try your. How are you? Hey, dear Amy. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, dear Faiza. Here is your beautiful name. You are the sweetest, dear. Thank you. Hello, Hia. Here is yours. Purvi is here. Hi, Purvi. I am good too, dear. Thank you for asking. Here is yours. Hello, dear Anna. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Cora. Here is yours. Hi, Shreya. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome, Shreya. Hi, dear Valerie. Here is yours. How are you? Hi, Sky. Why not? Here is yours. Hello, dear Hadir. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. We have Aya. Hi, Aya. Welcome. How are you? Hi, dear. What's a good name? Payalu. Thuri Payalu. Oh, what a unique name you have. Here is yours. How are you? Hi, dear Anas. Anas and Rifa. Here is yours. Hi, dear Candle. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hello, dear Rifat. How are you? Here is yours. Hi, Zena. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear. Let's try Ronaldo for you. Here is yours. Hi, dear Aya. Okay, dear Aya, you want a screenshot of your beautiful name? You can take it now, dear. Guys, don't forget to double tap on your screens. Aya is taking screenshots, so let's wait for 1 second. Hi, Akmal. How are you? Hi, Nisha. Welcome. Hey, Kefir. How are you? Hello, guys. How you all doing? Good evening. Thank you. You're most welcome. Let's write Kefir. Hey dear Kefir, how are you? Hi dear Nisha. Here is yours. Welcome. Oh, thank you so much, dear Hina. What's your beautiful name? Hi Yash. Welcome. Here is yours. Hi dear All Day. Here is your beautiful name. Hey dear Hilal. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, dear Ali. Here is your beautiful name. Thank you so much, dear. You are a sweetheart. Hi, Haram. Here is yours. Hello, dear Rogiman. Here is your beautiful name. Beautiful and unique. Here is yours. Hi, dear Orospu. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Krishna. Hi, Laz. How are you? Here is yours. Hi, dear Laz. Here is your good name. Hey, dear Ika. Here is yours. Hi, dear GB. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear Sarah. Here is yours. Let's see who is next. Hi, Zia. Welcome. Here is yours. Okay, let's try Yadav. Here is your beautiful name. I am good, dear Lars. Thank you so much for asking. Hi, Bihu. Welcome. How are you? Hi, dear Emma. Here is yours. Hi, dear Mukesh. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hello, dear Vivi. Here is yours. Iman is here. Hi, how are you? Here is yours. Hi, Aju. Welcome. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Yogita. Here is yours. Guys, don't forget to double tap on your screens, and there is a subscribe button waiting for your finger press. Prajwal is here. Hi, Prajwal. Welcome. How are you? Here is yours. Hey, dear Vilona. Hi, Vilona. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Sophia. Here is yours. Welcome. Hey, dear Umi. Here is yours. Hello, dear Ballet. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Winter. Here is yours. Welcome, dear Winter. Hi, dear Shanze. Shanze, what a beautiful name you have. Here is yours. Hi, no, no, dear Lars. Hi, dear Kana. Here is yours. Hello, dear Lana. Here is a beautiful name. Hi, Purvi. Welcome. How are you? Don't forget to double tap on your screens, and there is a subscribe button waiting for your finger press. Hi, dear Tanu. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Azale. Here is yours. Hi, dear Yasmin. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear Shinobu. Here is yours. How are you? Hi, dear Aisha. Welcome back. How are you doing today? Here is yours. Hello, dear Vernet. Oh, wow, what a beautiful name you have. Here is yours. Hi, dear Erika. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear. Take care of yourself. Forgive me so much. Yeah. Hi, Luna. Welcome. It's 43 degrees Celsius, but feels like 45. Hi, Luna. Welcome. Luna and Riger. Here is yours. How are you? Hi, dear Violet. Nothing, just enjoying your your life. Oh, thank you so much. Glad to hear, dear. I was about to write Violet. Hi, Violet. Welcome. How are you? Guys, don't forget to double tap on your screens, and there is a subscribe button waiting for your finger press. Hi, dear Olivia. Here is your good name. Next is Amira. Hi, Amira. Welcome. How are you? Hi, dear Najwa. Yeah, it's too much. Here is yours. Hello, dear Sonic. Oh, wow. Here is yours. Hi, dear Zaina. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear Layal. Oh, wow. Here is yours. Welcome. Hey, dear Mariana. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Ayan. Here is yours. Welcome. It's Aska. Hi, Aska. Welcome. How are you? Hey, dear Afreen. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Amy. Thank you for subscribing, dear Amy. Lots of love. Thank you. Hi, dear Vedan. Here is yours. Welcome. Hey, dear Ella. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, Mariam. Here is yours. Welcome, dear Mariam. Hello, dear Elsa. Here is yours. Hey, dear Noora. Here is yours. Hi, dear Lucky. Thank you for subscribing. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear Rafa. How are you? Here is yours. It's Hafiza. Hafiza, hi. Welcome. How are you? Here is yours. Hello, dear Han. Want a screenshot? Hi, Han. If you want a screenshot of this, take it, dear. No, Aisha. No, Aisha, I'll mind. Don't do. Don't tell me. Hi, Yolanda. How are you? Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. And don't forget to stay hydrated. Hi, Momina. Here is yours. Hello, dear Nimra. Here is your beautiful name. Hey, dear Yolanda. Here is yours. Hi, dear. What's your name? Garam. Oh, wow. What a unique name you have. And happy birthday, dear. Here is yours. Hi, Rinchim. Welcome back. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. Hey, dear Abby. Here is yours. Hello, dear Miri. Here is your good name. Welcome, dear Miri. How are you? Hey, Talia. How are you? Talia is here. Hi, Talia. Welcome. Hey, dear Vedant. Here is yours. How are you? Hey, dear Eric. Here is your beautiful name. Hey, dear Dana. Here is yours. Lots of love, dear. Thank you. Okay, Sonic Exe. Let's write the complete name. Is it approved, dear Sonic? Oh my god, thank you so much, dear. Thank you. You are so sweet. Hi, dear Avery. Avery wants a screenshot too. Here is yours. Thank you so much for joining. You want a screenshot of your beautiful name? Go for it, dear. It's hello, dear Jessica. How are you? Here is yours. Welcome. I got it. Thank you. Hi, dear Shibila. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Neva. Here is yours. Lots of love, dear. Lots of love. Thank you so much. Hi, Anis. Welcome. Here is yours. Hi, dear Viola. Here is your beautiful name. Hey, dear Rumeja. Here is your good name. How are you? Hey, dear Neon. Thank you, dear. Here is yours. Hi, dear Nada. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Famis. Here is yours. Kimberly. Forgot me to. No. Kimberly is here. Hi, Kimberly. How are you? Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, dear Loki. Here is yours. Dear moderator, what's happened? Sina. Hi, welcome. Hello, dear Sina. Here is yours. Hello, Sanjana. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Tina. Here is yours. Oh my god, Aisha, please don't use too much emojis, dear. And Thank you. Hi, Elisa. Welcome. Here is yours. Hi, dear Shahil. Nothing, just you didn't see my chat. When? How? Hi, Shahil. Welcome. Hi, dear Safwan. Here is your good name. Welcome. Hello, dear Era. Here is yours. What? Hello, dear Aisha. Here is your beautiful name. Amina, dear. What are you talking about? Hi, Nazwa. Welcome. Here is yours. Don't use too much emojis, please. I request you, dear. Hi, dear. Walaikum assalam. Sharjeel. Here is yours. How are you? Hello, dear Khadija. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Is it blurry? No, it's not. Hi, dear Yelha. Here is your good name. Welcome. Hello, dear Lee. Here is yours. Hi, Shagun. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hi, dear Emma. Here is yours. Hello, dear. Let's see who is next. Asal. Hi, Asal. Welcome. Here is yours. Hey, dear. Oh, it's all. Hi, dear. Yeah. Yeah, I have decided. Saf. Hi, Saf. Welcome. How are you? Go live twice in a day. Hi, oh Talha. Oh my god. How can I? Here is yours. Hi, dear Israr. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear Shuhani. Here is yours. Welcome. How are you? Hi, dear Olivia. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hi, Suva. Here is yours. Hello, dear Abdullah. Here is yours. Okay, I am waiting for your live stream. Thank you, dear, so much. Hi, Ritik. Here is yours. How are you? Hi, dear Scarlett. Why, dear Aisha? Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Saya. Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, dear Ahmad. Here is yours. Let's see who's gonna be the 40s liker. Guys, don't stop double tapping, please. You're the best person in the world. Thanks for. You're most welcome, dear. But what's your good name? Can you? So sorry for that, but I want to remember your name. Hi, sorry. Yes, yours. And it's Usman is here. Hi, Usman. Welcome. How are you? Let me turn off the Wi-Fi of my second phone because this trick is Siddhisha. Hi, Siddhisha. Welcome. How are Siddhisha? Here is your beautiful name. Welcome, dear. Let me turn on the. Oh my god, I can't. Sahil. Hi, Sahil. Here is yours. Welcome. Can you write my name? My name is Safe. Your name is Safe? Okay, here is yours. Hi, dear Kelly. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hi, dear Muzaina. Muzaina. Oh, wow. What a unique name you have. Muzaina. Dear moderator, is the stream still lagging? Please do let me know. That's more dark. Huh? How? Like how? Hi, Rakshya. Welcome. How are you? Here is your good name. Hi, dear Shanvi. How are you? Here is yours. It's oh no. Now, hi Emma. Welcome. Hello, dear Lisa. Cutest. Here is yours. Hi, Hasila. Hi, Hasila. How are you? Here is yours. Now, I don't know what to do with this network, guys. Yeah, blood. Oh no. Mummy. Let's try it, Alika. Hi, Alika. Welcome. How are you now? Hi, dear. Yeah, oh no. Abrar is here. Hi, Abrar. Welcome. How are you? Hi, dear angel. Here is yours. Hello, dear Samiksha. Samiksha. Here is your good name. गर्मी में उसका भी दिमाग घुरा रही है. Hi, dear Taya. Here is yours. Hello, dear Ojas. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Anj. Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, dear Kira. Here is yours. Hi, dear Shidi. Here is your good name. How are you? Hello, dear Millie. Is the stream still lagging, guys? Do let me know, please. Please, dear, not working for me. Check. Let me check. Is the stream? Oh no, it's fine now. Thank God. Hi, dear. How are you? Here is your good name. Hi, dear. Ready. Voice doesn't matter. Here is yours. How are you? Hi, dear Lela. Here is your good name. Oh no, it's lagging again. Hey, dear Lela. Let me turn off the Wi-Fi again. Here is yours. Hi, dear Divya. Good name. Have a good day. Hi, dear Neelis. Here is yours. Hello, dear Evan. Here is yours. Hi, dear Barsha. How are you? Here is hello, Ross. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear. Here is yours. Let's see who's gonna be 50 liker. It's lagging. Oh no, Noemi. Hi, Noemi. Welcome. How are you? You know why every time. Hi, dear. Here is yours. Hello, John. Here is your good name. How are you? Hey, dear Levin. Here is yours. Hi, dear Shifa. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Namasri. Hi. Here is yours. You're most welcome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, guys. My network is not stable and it's kind of hurting. Lucky. Hi, Lucky. Here is your good name. Welcome. Hi, dear Jack. Here is yours. Hello, dear Pritam. Here is yours. How are you? Hey, dear Lorana. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Rose. Here is yours. Hello, dear Pankaj. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Router के ऊपर लेके. That's the only solution. Hi, dear Aisha. Here is your good name. Hello. Oh, you are blink. Here is yours. Hey, dear Naren. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Mahan. Here is yours. Double up on your screens. अच्छा जी ये किस किस्म की होती है मैं पहली बार सुन फिर से लैगिंग हो रही है क्या His stream is still lagging. Oh, this is kind of jalebi. Hi, dear Paulina. Here is yours. How are you? Hey, dear Lipsa. Here is your good name. Hello. Oh, thank God. Hey, dear Lucas. Here is yours. Hi, dear Aileen, here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear. Lorena, dear. Lots of love. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear. Please say Ami tomake walo wasi. That means I love you. That means, oh my God. Ami tomake balovasi. Hi Vita, here is yours. Hey dear Lana, here is your good name. Hi dear Anja, here is yours. Hi dear. Oh, we have two Vikas. Here is yours. How are you? Hey dear Anand, here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Shifa. Here is yours. Hello, dear Noah. Here is your good name. How are you? Hello, dear Sadia. Here is your good name. Have a good day. Hi, dear. Okay, Vita, I think you want a screenshot of your beautiful name, dear. Go for it. Hi, Jagrati. How are you? Hey, Zohib. Moham. Hi, dear Zohib. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Jagrati. Jagrati, here is yours. Hello, dear Ainur. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Satisa. Here is yours. How are you? Hi, dear Sarah. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Sinan. Here is yours. Merhaba. Hi, dear Ira. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear. Hi, Esma. Here is yours. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you. Let's try it. Maham. Here is. What's wrong with my M? Let me rewrite. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hi, dear. What's your good name? NQ? NQ. Oh, strange. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, dear. Say Kimon Acho. I, I don't know how to pronounce this. That means how are you friends? Oh, okay. Lacey. Here is yours. Hi, dear Fatima. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hey, dear Charlotte. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Malak. Hey, Malak. Don't call me my love. You can call me sister, bro. Here is yours. Hey, dear Pari. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Ronak. Here is your Zamran. What's your real name? Come on, tell us. Here is your. Sorry, no, it's okay. Hi, dear Skylin. How are you? Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, dear Dita. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Leave. Here is yours. Double tap on your screens. Come on. Koesj and E. Here is yours. Hi, dear Musfira. Musfira. Here is yours. Hi, dear Ania. Your voice is too much cute. Thank you. You are the cutest, dear. Thank you so much. Here is yours. Hello, dear Lakshmi. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Ania. Here is yours. Hello, dear Tulsi. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Manuela. Manuela. Here is yours. Welcome. It's secret. It's secret information about my name. Okay. Keep it secret. Hey, dear Adele. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Nathan. Here is yours. Mm-hmm. Kana, yeah. It's chickpeas rice. Hi, dear Rihanna. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hi. Maham, Maham, Maham. Hi, how are you? I am good, dear Maham. How about you? Your name was done, but I think you want a screenshot of your name. So here is yours again, dear. Hey, Aman. Welcome. Can you write my name? My name is Sheikha. Why not? It should be my name. Subgadi. Subgadi. Hello, dear. Oh, Prab, welcome back. How are you? Hi, dear Aman. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Prab. Here is yours. How are you? Hi, dear Noor. Here is your good name. Nolas. Hello, dear Labib. Here is yours. Who wants a screenshot? Vajiha. Let's write Vajiha for you, dear. And Vajiha wants a screenshot. Here is yours. Go for it, dear. Guys, don't forget to double tap on your screens. And there is a subscribe button waiting for your finger press. Let's see who's gonna be the 60. Do you have many? What? You have many time question for you. Huh? Dear Prav, what do you mean by that? Thanks for writing my name. You're most welcome. I can give you my name scrambled Samfata. It's Mustafa. Mustafa, right? Hi, dear Dharmaj. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hi, dear. What is the spelling of your? Hey, Sophie. How are you? I literally like the emoji which you use. Let's try Chaudhary. Hi, how are you? Hello, dear Sophie. Here is yours. I don't have a face. I put a bucket instead of my face. Sis, what about you? Come on, Muslim bhai. Come on. Hi, dear Ahmad. Here is yours. हेलो डियर मजाक में भी ऐसी बातें नहीं बोलते हैं मुजिम भाई अल्लाह ना करे here is yours hi dear Arya here is your beautiful name hello dear yes it's Ryan Mustafa इतना इजी दिया है तो हम उसको ऑफ कोर्स हम उसको गेस करेंगे हाय परी वेलकम हाउ आर यू हाय डियर अकीला मैं लिख चुकी हूँ पर मैं फिर से लिखूंगी Here is your beautiful name. Hey, dear JC. Here is yours. Hi, dear. Let's see who is next, guys. Sabine. Here is yours. How are you? Hi, dear Arya. Here is your good name. Is the stream still lagging, guys? Why are you not writing my name? What's a good name? Lakshmi. Oh, Lakshmi is already done, dear. I think you missed it, but it's okay. What is yours? Thank you for joining. Zisani is here. Hi, Zisani. Welcome. How are you? No, it's fine. Oh, thank God. Thank you for telling. Hi, Nitish. Welcome. How are you? Hello, dear Arisha. Hi, Tehreem. Welcome back. How are you doing, dear? Hello, dear Arisha. Hi, dear Tehreem. Here is yours. Hi, dear. Hello, dear Eileen. Here is your. Oh, Mozambique, come on. Why did you do that? She is saying thank you and you gave her timeout. Why? Hi, dear Zoe. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear Seema. Here, I apologize, dear. What was your name? Lakshmi. Lakshmi, dear. So sorry. I apologize. My moderator is. सुसा को कहा कि ये तो मैंने देखा ही नहीं कब Hello, dear Zuni. Here is yours. Oh, अच्छा ऐसे बोला था क्या? Okay, it's okay, no matters. Hi, Noor. Here is yours. Hi, dear Ali. Here, we're gonna focus on the positivity, not the negativity, guys. So please avoid that. Okay, Zuni. Here is yours. Hi. If you want a screenshot of your name, dear, go for it. Hi, Dikshi. How are you? Guys, don't forget to double tap on your screens, and there is a subscribe button waiting for your finger press. Nana, just wait for a minute, guy, dear. Nana is here. Hi, Nana. How are you? Here is yours. Hi, dear Umema. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hey dear, I know मम्मी खाना अच्छा बनाते हैं कौन सा ज़्यादा पसंद है Hey dal chawal Risa, here is your good name. Hi dear Verity, here is yours. Hi dear Zafira, here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hello dear Hira, here is yours. क्या आपने चौधरी बोला था तो मैंने वो लिखा था ना स्पेलिंग कैसे गलत हुआ Nataya, hi Nataya, how are you? Here is yours. Hi dear Safa. Here is yours. Okay. I have a question from many days. May I ask? Why not, dear Prab? Hello, dear Rehman. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Dear moderator, is everything okay? Hi, dear Umar. Here is your. Yeah, why not, dear? Go for it. Hello, dear Eloise. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Bisma. Here is yours. Hi, dear Yunus. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear. No, hello, dear Lily. Here is your. That's a personal question, but no, I am single right now. Me. Here is yours. How are you? Yes, इस मैसेज ये मुझे सिखा रहे हैं. Oh, अच्छा. Hi, dear Zainab. Here is your beautiful name. No, I'm not married, dear. I am single. Hey, Ira, welcome. How are you? Hi, dear Sonu. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Harim. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, dear Zunaira. Guys, don't forget to double tap on your screen. Let's see who's gonna be the 70 liker. We need 10 one more. Oliver. Hi, Oliver. Welcome. How are you? Oh, I'm not gonna revealing the exact number of my age. Gia. Hi, Gia. Welcome. How are you? Hello, dear. I can give you the hint. I am 20 plus, but less than 25. Say hi, Zinara. Hi, Zinara. How are you? Let's try Sundus. Hi, dear Sundus. How are you? Here is your good name. Hi, dear. Huh? Nai. Hello, dear Fatima. Here is yours. How are you? Hey, dear Jaslyn. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hey, dear Venus. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Harshini. Here is yours. Hello, dear Tejas. Here is your beautiful name. You're most welcome, dear. Thank you. Hi, dear Milena. Here is yours. Double N A. Oh, it's getting too hard. Thank you so much. Thank you, girl. Can I ask something? Oh my. Okay, go for it, dear. Hi, Sarah. Hi, dear Sarah. Here is yours. Hello, dear. I think I should say university. Evie. Here is yours. Hello, dear Lavinia. Or maybe school. Here is yours. Hey, dear Asfura. Asfura. Here is yours. Hi dear. Will you please make Q&A video? I already uploaded a Q&A video. Hey dear Duda, here is yours. Hello, Ambreen Malik. Ambreen Malik is here. Hi, how are you? Here is yours. Welcome, dear. Hi, dear. Huh? Hey, Garo, how are you? Here is yours. Hi, dear Troshel. Oh, wow, what a unique name you have. Troshel is here. How are you? Oh my god, we are going backward. Please double tap on your screens. Have to complete at least 70. Hi, dear Duda. I can't understand this language. Is your name Louisa? You mean country? You can watch that Q&A video. There I share many information, like lot of information about myself. Hi, command. How are you? हाय हिस्ट्री इनको सुनकर बहुत गर्मी है बटरिंग ना करें मैं वैसे ही मेल्ट Hi Sophie, how are you? Here is your good name. Hi dear Iyaba. Here is yours. Hello dear. Where are you from? यार मुझे आपने एक बार राधे श्याम, welcome back. Nitik is here. Hi Nitik. How are you? Here is yours. Hey Sophie. एक बार अपने आप पर भरोसा नहीं हो रहा था मैंने कल एक नया अकाउंट यूट्यूब चैनल बना एक शॉर्ट में ही 33 सब्सक्राइबर अरे वाह क्या बात है नितिक यूट्यूबर हाय बिलाल वेलकम हाउ आर यू हेलो डियर हवा here is your beautiful name hey dear Bilal here is yours. Hello, dear Zinira. That's right, your unique and beautiful name. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, dear Levy. Here is yours. Kenza is here. Hey, dear Kenza. Hi, dear Usman. Here is yours. Hi, dear The and my Livy, here is your beautiful name. इतने टाइम बधाई उसके लिए सॉरी हैं इतने टाइम बधाई मतलब girl, thank you so much for writing my name at once. Oh, you're most welcome, dear Sundas. Lots of love. Hey, dear Mia. Here is your. अच्छा इतने टाइम बाद no, it's okay, it's okay. Hey, dear Booty. Here is your good name. Hi, dear. मैं अपने डाउन टाइम पे अपने आप को कैसे संभालती ऐसे ही दांत निकाल निकाल के Hi Ananya, welcome. How are you? Here is yours. I used to pray and I used to cry in front of my God. Hi dear Dika. Here is yours. Hello dear. I can't understand this language, dear Duda. Hi Yusuf. Here is yours. How are you? Hi dear Natasha. Here is your beautiful name. Double tap on your screen, guys. Hello दीदी. Hi. How are you? जब आपको जब भी सुपर चैट आएगा तो सबसे पहली मेंबरशिप नहीं दूंगा. क्या मतलब मैं ही लूंगा. पता नहीं आएगा कि नहीं आएगा मुझे तो कुछ पता नहीं है. Princess. Here is your beautiful name. Thank you so much, Radhesham ji. Lots of love. Hi, dear Yoriko. Here is yours. How are you? Hello, dear. Thank you. You are the sweetest. Thank you, dears. Lots of love. Hi, Zian. Here is yours. Hi, dear. Okay, you're in Yoriko. We have 2 R. Here is yours. Hi, खाना खा के आ चुके. Welcome back. How are you? Hi. Ik Ikeria. Ikeria. Here is yours. How are you? Hello, dear. Al Batul. Al Batul is here. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi. कौन से 5 रुपए? Feoza. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Charity. Here is yours. Thank you. Hi, dear Harwell. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Command. Okay. Kamamd. Here is yours. All good. All good. Doing my exams. So I think tomorrow is a math one, which is fun, but finally they will be over after this week. Oh, thank God. How are you, dear? And how's your exam going? The up. Yes. Hi, Jenny. Here is yours. How are you? Hi, dear Valentina. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hi, dear Jeeva. सबसे ले लिया है अमूल भाई. सिर्फ मोजिम भाई के पास है और या मेरे खुद के बस. मैं मेरा ब्लू क्यों ले लिया इसलिए क्योंकि मैं पानी ज़्यादा पीता हूँ. Yes. Hi, dear Yasmina. Here is yours. How are you? Hello, dear. I'm not the best at math, so I moved down to a lower level. However, my exams seem to be somewhat okay, although I should have studied more. No, best of luck for your exam, dear. I believe in you. You can do this too. Hi, dear Zubair. Here is your stay motivated and work hard. Hey, dear Andine, and best of luck, dear. Hello, dear Andine. Here is yours. Manisha, please एक बार. Radhesham ji, is it you? Here is yours. Hi, dear ma'am. खाना खा लो जल्दी. Thomas. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hi, dear Kara. Here is your good name. इनका अलग ही चल रहा है. अमल भाई आपको एक काम देती हूँ मैं ज़रा इन कमेंट्स पे नज़र रखना. Hi dear Vinay. Here is your sis. क्या सिर्फ मेरे पास है ब्लू बट अर्जित और मेरा था. हाँ ना आपके पास है. Hey dear. Irandai, here is your good name. Hello, dear Eva, here is yours. Hello, dear Tiare, here is your good name. How are you? Hello, dear जहांगीर सबसे ले लिया मैंने बताया तो है. Here is yours. How are you? मैट से और किसको दिया था और सोफी से सबसे because they are not present in the live and blue is a responsibility. Hi Nika, here is yours. Hello dear Feyoza, here is your beautiful name. How are you? हाँ आसिफ जी ने कहा फिर मैंने बाकी सबका भी ले लिया था सिर्फ आपके पास है अब. Hey dear ईमान, here is your beautiful name. Welcome. फिर हम खेलने जाएंगे. मैं आज नया बॉल ले लिया. I am from Iran. My name is Kaman, and thank you so much. Oh, you're most welcome, dear. Thank you so much for joining, and have a good day. Hi, dear Ishan. Here is yours. Hello, dear. It's Gavia. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hi, dear Lela. Here is yours. Guys, we are stuck on 66. Can we make it 70 at least? Hi, dear Clara. How are you? And अच्छा मास्टर जी थैंक यू हेडमास्टर बनते ही सख्त हो गए हैं आप. ये क्यूट बॉय अमूल भाई है वैसे नाम नहीं देखो मैंने कहा था रखो ये मैंने सजेस्ट किया था उनको. Can you believe? Hi dear Roji, here is your beautiful name. Hi dear Sadobat. Name. What's a good name? Sabohat. Hi Sabohat. How are you? Here is yours. How are you? I do Gigi and Gabby. Okay. Let's write Gigi and Gabby. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi dear. तो उसको नज़र पर क्यों लगाया है हमारी बिकॉज मैं नहीं पढ़ पा रही हूँ चैट इसलिए. Hey dear Iman, here is yours. Hello dear Inaya, here is a good name. Hi dear Maria, here is yours. Don't be sad dear, lots of love. Thank you so much. You're most welcome. Dear girly, मैं सच्ची कॉल पे आ रही क्या? Hi dear Osara, here is your good name. Hello dear Diana, here is yours. Cuteness overloaded रखने उसकी जगह पे. Here is yours. Hello dear Dua, here is a good name. Hi dear Banu, here is yours. Double tap on your screen guys. Oh we are stuck on 6-7. Hi dear Zara. Amun bhai, where are you? Here is yours. Hi dear Annalicia. Annalicia. Here is yours. जल्दी जब लाइव एंड कर दो. एक बात करनी है आपसे वाटरमेलन के बारे में. वाटरमेलन चला गया है अब नहीं खा रहे वाटरमेलन हम. Hi dear Inaya, here is yours. Hey dear Lano, here is a good name. Hi dear Tina, here is yours. Hello dear Farisha, here is your beautiful name. फिर हमारी हाँ हाँ उनको समझ ही नहीं आई है मुझे लगता है जिनको मैंने बोल दिया. Hi dear Nimka, here is yours. नहीं मतलब इशू जी ऐसी वैसी बात नहीं है मेरे पास. अरे नहीं नहीं मैंने वो नहीं वो सच में नो करो. Hi Tasya, welcome. How are you? Hi dear moderator, you are sharing your personal number with who? With oh my god with सबका जी. Hi अबरेश, welcome. शाह जी आपके दांत के बारे में बताओ ना. शुक्र है ठीक है भाई. Hello dear Titi. Here is yours. Hi, dear Fahad. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Hansuja. Here is yours. Hello, dear Liu. No, so I don't know. मैंने तो ये नहीं कहा था वैसे. ये तो आपने खुद ही बताया है. नहीं 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 शुजी नहीं नहीं. अच्छा ठीक है, मान लिया. मेरे पास नहीं है. अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है मान लेते हैं चलो. अमोल भाई आर यू हेयर? मैंने आपको एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दी अमोल भाई. Hi dear Benny, here is yours. Hello dear Manya, here is your good name. Hi dear Sania, here is your Sania and Hania. Nahi, Mania. Hello dear Milene. I thought that it was done before, but it's okay. Hello dear Ruby, how are you? अगर ओहो क्या. अरे मैं नहीं पढ़ी चैट आपकी. हाय रूबी, हियर इज योर्स. हाय डियर. चैट पढ़ने में मुझे कमेंट मिस हो रहे हैं, ऊपर से मुझे टेढ़े होके बैठना पड़े, मेरी कमर दुखने लग गई है यार. दूसरा फोन ऑन कर ही लेते हैं, देख क्या पता अब ना ही लैग हो. साहिला, हाय साहिला, वेलकम. हाउ आर यू? Let me turn on the Wi-Fi of my another phone. Now we are stuck on 69. 69. We are back with अब सही से दिखेगा सारा कुछ. Hello dear Ivan, here is yours. Hi dear Osara, here is your beautiful name. Hi, thank you, you're most welcome dear. Arya, Manya, Manya, welcome. Suruchi, hi Suruchi, welcome. How are you? Ziva, hi Ziva, welcome. How are you? Guys, don't forget to double tap on your screens and thank God we completed 35k in this month. Oh my God, thank you so much, guys. Okay, let's try it. Olaya, hi Olaya, welcome. It's not called love, dear moderator. जिसके बारे में आप बात कर रहे हो ना, वो ऐसा नहीं होता है. Here is yours. Hi dear Agam. Here is your good name. Hello dear Radha. Here is yours. How are you? Hello dear Atula. Here is your beautiful name. Hi dear. What's your good name? Abhirija. Abhirija is done now. Olaya is done though. Let's see who's next. Chico! Hi, dear Chico. Here is yours. Hey, dear Tucker. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Fayoza. Here is yours. Hello, dear Akari. हाँ, बड़ी देर से आते हो आप अमूल भाई. Here is yours. Hello, dear. अमूल भाई मैंने आपको एक काम दिया था, इम्पोर्टेंट काम. Faiza, here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Lily. Here is yours. Welcome. But I have trouble. Even she will never understand my. What should I do? You are not confessing it, and I literally don't know what to do. मैंने तो क्लियर क्लियर आपको बोल दिया था कि ये बात है अब. Hi Ikra, here is yours. Hello dear Atsula. Here is your good name. How are you? Hi dear. चौथी बाहर हूँ अभी लाइब्रेरी में घर नहीं. Oh, Jack. Here is your beautiful name. Hello dear. By the way, who is she? I don't know. Hi dear Fushi. Here is your maybe your Dadaji is don't know too. Hi dear Fatima. لا موزن भाई सीधा सीधा. Hi dear Venus. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hey dear Dudu. Merhaba Nisansen. Inzalara. होश geldiniz dear. Hi dear. रात में भी लाइब्रेरी खुलती है फिर तो वो हॉरर लाइब्रेरी होगी. Hi Joy. Welcome. Hi dear Ibrar. Here is your good name. How are you? Hey dear Alicia. Here is yours. मैं इकरा हूँ. मेरा आज बर्थडे. हैप्पी बर्थडे इकरा. How are you? Let's draw a cake for you. अरे अरे नहीं 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 नहीं. ये दूसरा ऐसे ऐसे वाला बनाते हैं. We are trying to draw a cake for you just for the candles. Don't know why it looked too weird, but yeah. There is some choco chips in it. Happy birthday. Hi Florence. Here is yours. How are you? Hi Shalti, जो भी डेडिकेटेड बच्चे होते हैं उनके लिए हमारी बोर्ड कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ती. Hmm. Hi dear Xenia. Here is your good name. Welcome. Hello dear. हमने तो कहा था कि बस ऐसे ही फॉर्मेलिटी. अच्छा क्या हो रहा है ये. Zara, here is your beautiful name. Thanks, my didi. Hi, most welcome, dear Cookie. Hi, dear. शायद जी मैंने बोला ना अभी बर्थडे नहीं है. आपका नहीं है पर इकरा का तो है ना. उसको विश किया है हमने केक केक बना के. Hi Priya, welcome. How are you? Here is yours. Hello dear. मोर भाई तो मैंने लिखा ही नहीं था है ना. Here is yours. Hey dear Sam. Here is your good name. Hello dear. अरे अल्लाह Akbar. Hi. Mohsin bhai, don't make it too complicated, dear. Hi Ellie. Here is yours. Take it easy. Easy peasy. Hi dear. Gani, how are you? Guys, we are stuck. Please double tap on your screens. Help us to reach at least 80. Saliha, hi Saliha, welcome. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. Hi dear Mariam. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi dear Buddy. Here is your beautiful name. Hi dear Florence. Oh God, here is yours. Hi, हैं? नहीं नहीं. मैं तो इंसान ही हूँ। मैं तो परी नहीं हूँ, मैं इंसान ही हूँ डियर। हाय अनुष्का, वेलकम। हाउ आर यू? हियर इज योर गुड नेम। इस पर मैं आपसे बाद में पूछूंगी के बाद मैं ये जहन में बैठ चुकी हूँ। फिर दूसरे फ़ोन की बत्ती जला लें आप। जला लिया तभी तो पढ़ रही हूँ। If you don't know my name, I can tell. Oh, dear, do you not understand? My name is my name. You have to tell your name, dear. What's your good name? And have to tell your good name, and you are not telling your name. What are you doing? Hi, Halima. Here is yours. Hello, dear. Naden. Here is yours. शायद जब मेरी एग्जाम पास हो जाऊंगा मैं सीए बन जाऊंगा, फिर आपके टैक्स के काम में मैं ही देखूंगा। ये भी कोई पूछने की बात है मुझे, अमर भाई। Hi, dear Faizan. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Sayan. Here is yours. Hello, dear Lakshmi. Here is yours. Hi, Adil. Welcome. Um, hello, dear Adil. Here is your beautiful name. Ansh. Hi, Ansh. How are you? Here is yours. हेलो ये शिवका जी, या तो ये बोलो या फिर ये मत बोलो ना, एक बात पे रहो। आपको नहीं पता उन्होंने किस इंटेंशन से बोला है। मैं चुप ही रह लेती हूँ, मुझे चुप रहना ही अच्छा है मेरे लिए। हाय लीसा, हियर इज योर्स। हाय डियर, मुझे आपसे बात करनी है। जी जी। मेलिसा, हाय मेलिसा, हाउ आर यू? Guys, double tap on your screens. Fine, Ansh. Oh, so good to have you here. Good to hear. Hi, dear. Rita, here is yours. Welcome. क्या है मोजन भाई? Hello, dear Rose. Here is yours. मोजन भाई मत बोलो आप, उनका आपको पता है वो किस इंटेंशन में बात जाती है, फिर मत बोलो। Hello, dear. Arfan. Here is yours. Hello, dear. I can only see Remas. Okay, okay, Remas. Here is yours. Welcome. हाय ईशा जी, यहाँ लाइब्रेरी में मुझे एक दीदी मिली जिसका नाम सुहाना है। फिर क्या बोला आपने उनको? हाय अंश। कुछ नहीं, आप कब से जालिम हैं सिस्टर? मैं तो जालिम नहीं हूँ, आपको पता है मेरा। मैंने आपको सब्सक्राइब किया, थैंक यू फॉर सब्सक्राइबिंग डियर। इशिका, हाय इशिका, वेलकम। हाउ आर यू? हियर इज योर्स। हाय, हेलो निशांत, हाउ आर यू? निशांत, हाउ आर यू? यही बोला। अरे अरे अरे, आज सुबह से मैं हंसी नहीं थी, बट आपका कमेंट पढ़ के मुझे ज़रूर हंसी आई है। फिर उन्होंने क्या बोला? हाय इंशा, वेलकम। हाउ आर यू? Here is your beautiful name. I am good dear, how about you? Hi Tabish. I think now it's time to end the stream. और हाँ, मैं एक और बात बता देती हूँ। कौन कौन यहाँ पे है बताओ? Orgil is here. Hi Orgil, welcome. Here is yours. Please मेरा नाम लिखो ना। लिसा मैंने लिख दिया है यार। ये लो ये लो। ईशा जी, मेरे अम्मी का भी यही ख्वाब है, मैं लोगों को हंसाता रहूं। अरे वाह, सही, लेकिन फिर भी बाद में रिवर्स उन्होंने बोला कि सिर्फ एक बेटा है। ओह अच्छा। ओके गाइस, नाउ इट्स टाइम टू एंड द स्ट्रीम। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग। एंड मैंने क्योंकि स्ट्रीम का टाइमिंग अब चेंज कर दिया, नाइट बोर्ड ने मुझे बताया है। हम 6 AM GMT और 2 PM GMT को आएंगे, एंड जो आफ्टरनून वाला स्ट्रीम था वो हम नहीं करेंगे बिकॉज इट्स टू हॉट। और उस टाइम पे पीक पे सूरज होता है हमारे घर के ऊपर। तो बहुत ज़्यादा उसकी आती है सीधा, उसका जो शेडो है, धूप है, वो यहाँ पे ही आती है। और इस पोर्शन में खड़ा होना भी एक वो उसकी बात है, किसकी बात है, एक बहुत बड़ा मेडल मिलना चाहिए। क्या बोल रही हूँ मैं ये, मतलब ऊपर वाले पोर्शन में, थर्ड पोर्शन में खड़े हो जाना बहुत ही बड़ी बात होती है उस पीक टाइम के ऊपर। तो जब तक मुझसे हो रही थी तब तक मैं कर रही थी, बट अभी क्योंकि मेरा सर घूमने लग जाता है गर्मी से, और अभी अभी भी 43 डिग्री है यहाँ पे, लेकिन फिर भी हम करें क्योंकि हम करना चाहते हैं। कोई प्रेशर नहीं है, कुछ ऐसा नहीं है, लेकिन हम इसलिए अब थोड़ा सा शॉर्ट कर दिया है टाइमिंग को। हमारे घर आ जाओ ना इंशाल्लाह। अरे नहीं, तो इस वजह से हमने जो आफ्टरनून वाली स्ट्रीम है वो कैंसिल कर दिया है थोड़े टाइम के लिए, जब तक ये गर्मी थोड़ी कम नहीं हो जाती है और हम इसे बर्दाश्त करने के काबिल नहीं हो जाते। ठीक है, और सुबह में आएंगे हम और रात में आएंगे, सिर्फ बर्फ़ के बॉक्स पर बैठ के कर लें। ठंडा गर्म हो जाता है ना, बर्फ़ फ्रिज जो है वो हम बर्फ़ नहीं जमा रहे हैं अभी। पानी पी पी के गुजारा हो रहा है भाई। तो गाइज ये मेरे ये पीछे ही क्या कमेंट्स हैं, मुझे शो नहीं हो रहे सारे, और टॉप मैसेजेस है तभी नहीं आ रहे, मैं भी बोलूँ। तो गाइज इस वजह से हमने स्ट्रीम की टाइमिंग को थोड़ा सा चेंज किया है, और 2 टाइम्स हम अब स्ट्रीम करेंगे। तो इसीलिए जल्दी जल्दी से सब्सक्राइब करके बेल आइकन को प्रेस कर लिया करो। इरफा इसलिए इरफानी जो मैंने स्पेशल डांस बोला है वो प्रैक्टिस करो, गर्मी कम लगती है उसके बाद। अस्तगफिरुल्लाह, कौन सा स्पेशल डांस आपने बोला है? रिफा, हाय रिफा, वेलकम। एंड वी हैव आयशा, महक, और गर्मी से हीट स्ट्रोक होने का भी खतरा रहता है, तो इस वजह खतरा खतरे से मुझे याद आया, खतरे से मुझे याद आया। हाय प्रीति, हाउ आर यू, हियर इज योर्स। ओके शाजी, बाय बाय ईशू जी, अल्लाह हाफिज़, बहुत बहुत ख्याल रखना, आप अपना बहुत ख्याल रखिएगा सिब्बा जी, थैंक यू। ओके ईशू जी, ईशा जी, बाय बाय, अपना ख्याल रखना, मैं घर के लिए निकल रहा हूँ, बाय बाय, टेक केयर। हाय सुखदीप, now we are going and looking for the last name for the stream as usual. सिर्फ श्रीला इन मनीला में तो 40 प्लस था, अली वर्सेस क्रासियर की फाइट में बहुत ब्रूटल थी, ब्रूटल ब्रूशल। ठीक है, मेरे 918 हो चुके हैं। मर्द जी मैंने कहा कि दिल पे ना ले, अब उन्होंने ले लिया है, अब आपको बताना पड़ेगा। हाय अफजा, वेलकम, हियर इज योर्स। हेलो, क्या खाया आपने? मैंने कुछ भी नहीं अभी तक खाया, मैंने दोपहर का खाना खाया था, चने वाले चावल बनाए थे आज हमने अपने खाने। ओके, अल्लाह हाफिज़, भी अमान अल्लाह। मैं ले चुकी हूँ, देखा, ले चुकी है बात आपकी। नोमी, हाय नोमी, वेलकम। हेलो डियर लैला, here is yours, and Mila, here is a good name. हाय डियर, क्या दे दूँ? क्या दे दीजिए? डेविड, ओहो, डेविड एंड लीमान, हाय डियर। ओह अच्छा, यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द राइस। हाँ हाँ, ठीक है ठीक है। हाय डियाला, here is yours. Hello dear Chelsea, here is a good name. Okay guys, now it's time to end the stream, and you're from Azerbaijan. Hi. Oh, lots of love, dear. And last but not the least, Palak. Thank you so much for subscribing, guys. Lots of love. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. And stay hydrated. मासी जी के जहन में क्या चल रहा है मुझे क्या पता। शादी, बाय बाय, अपना ख्याल रखना, आप भी अपना ख्याल रखना। अमूल भाई बाय बाय, सिब्गा जी बाय, दीदी बाय बाय, डियर दीदी जी, मुझे Asmi, let's write Asmi. I am from Azerbaijan. Uh, you know my favorite YouTuber is also from Azerbaijan, which is Kand Hayati. I love her. I love their content, their peaceful vibes. Ask me, did you know about her? सिर्फ मुझे नहीं कहा ना क्या बिल्किस हाय बिल्किस ओह हाँ अभी आपको कहना था ना Here is yours. आपको स्पेशल बोलते हैं हम Hi Ritu. And our last name for this stream is Tiara. Tiara. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your beautiful presence. Making the live. Sagar and Khushi. Okay, this is the last. Thank you so much, everyone, for subscribing. Those who press that subscribe and like button, lots of love from the core of my heart. And thank you, last but not the least, our moderator. Thank you so much, dear Muslim Bhai. Bye bye. Khaira khaira. Okay, bye bye. Take care. अब ठीक है ना? Is it approved, dear moderator? Bye. Mursal, Smita, bye dear. No, I'm going, so sorry. Hey, in the next stream for sure. Bye. Bye, thank you.